Death and life is in the power of the tongue, and those that love it shall eat its fruit. And perfect time to do a video, Naya, huh? Listen, see if y'all can hear my dog barking. The stuff you deal with as a videographer. What up, dope world? It's your boy CY the Phoenix coming at you again with another video. And the topic of this video is called The Power of the Tongue. Alright, if you're a Bible scholar, you're familiar with the Bible verse Proverbs 18:21 that says, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those that love it shall eat its fruit." Alright? If you're not a Bible scholar, you probably just heard this verse for the very first time. If you haven't, cool. If you have, cool. Doesn't matter. The reason why I'm bringing this topic up, or the reason why I'm doing this video, is because, well, number one, this is one of my favorite Bible verses, hands down, bar none. All right, the book of Proverbs is probably my favorite book in the entire Bible. Literally every sentence in it has knowledge and wisdom attached to it. It's crazy to me. All right. But this is one of the verses that stood out to me the most because, well, I'm in the videos and I'm in the music, you know what I mean? I do all kind of little things that require me to be verbal. And in order for me to be successful, I have to have a successful language, all right? Now, some of you who know me know that my language can get a little colorful, you know what I'm saying, off camera. That's just how I roll, you know what I mean? But I'm working to change that too. But one thing I don't do is say words like hate, or try not to say, you know, words like hate or any word that has evil meanings attached to them. I try to speak words that have either laughter attached to them, success attached to them, peace attached to them, wisdom, knowledge, those kind of things. And the reason why is because I read a book called The Secret, and in this book it was talking about the law of attraction, right? The law of attraction is basically based off of the power of thought, right? In a perfect world, thought drives speech. See what I'm getting at, right? So if the law of attraction is based off the power of thought, your thought process trains, or your thought process dictates the words you speak. The words you speak formulate the world you live in. That's how that's supposed to work, right? Now, the reason why that stood out to me as well is because it's not only, this proverb is a proverb that not only applies to you, but it applies to everybody you speak to. That's why it's important to be able to monitor the words that you speak, because you don't want to speak something negative into somebody's life and all you doing is just expressing your opinion. It can happen like that. You ever seen a compulsive liar? Somebody that lies all the time. They slowly begin to believe the lies they tell because they're programming themselves to it. That's why you see people with money, or successful people, or people who just really have really good jobs. They talk about money. That's a big topic. My father is a businessman, and he always, you know, talks about money. That's just one of his things. It's always been that way. Millionaires, a lot of millionaires or whatever, they talk about money. If you listen, if you watch, I was watching, Snoop Dogg got a show on YouTube, and it's called GGN, right? And what he does is him, and he has celebrities on his show, and at the end of the show, he has a segment called Finish the Sentence. And he says, he had 50 Cent on the show, right? And then he asked 50 Cent to finish the sentence, and he said,
I always wake up thinking about money.
I always wake up, and 50 Cent said, thinking about money. And you know, if you're familiar with who 50 Cent is, look at the level of success that he has. Snoop said, I always wake up, and 50 said, think about money. That explains itself. I'm reading a book right now called Think and Grow Rich. It's the power of thought trains the power of the tongue, and then whatever you speak, boom, formulates the world around you. It's in the Bible. You can't dispute it. So, I mean, it's important for us to be able to acknowledge the fact that we're either distributing poison or distributing fruit from out of our mouths whenever we speak. And whoever is there to soak it up or listen to whatever you say, from that point forward, either the rest of their day or the rest of their life may be impacted by it. And think about it this way too: you can speak things into other people's lives and have things happen to them because it's something that you always thought about. It's possible. I believe it's possible. That's why I try not to think nothing negative about anybody. I try not to say nothing negative about anybody. I've done that and dealt with that enough in my life. I don't want to deal with any more negative things. So when people interact with me, I don't like to indulge in gossip, because gossip is nothing but negative things or rumors. I don't have time for that. You don't have time for that as well. And you have to put yourself in a position. I'm trying to put myself in a position where I don't give people any ammunition to say anything negative about me. That's why I keep my personal affairs to myself. If I'm out driving and I catch a ticket and then I go tell somebody, man, I got a ticket today. They may go tell somebody else, hey man, he got a ticket today. If he ain't careful, he gonna just end up catching ticket after ticket after ticket. You know people like that who gossip about other people, and then next thing you know, the person that they're gossiping about ends up doing the same thing that they've been telling you. It may not be because that's how that person is. It may be because the person who constantly kept talking to you about somebody else's life programmed it from a distance. It's possible. I don't discredit anything. So when people write books like The Secret or Think and Grow Rich or even the Bible, I'm not saying that, you know, what I'm saying is 100% true, but it's just stuff that I think about. And the power of the tongue is one thing I always think about, because to me it's very, very important. It really is. You can either choose to help somebody live life or help them die by the words you speak. It's not only dealing with people who's dealing with suicidal thoughts. You ever notice that? That's when we really want to pay attention to what we say to someone, is when they're suicidal. Other than that, we can really care less. And that's not good. For us as a human race, that's not good. It's not good. It's easier for us to down talk somebody than it is to uplift somebody. But death and life is in the power of the tongue. Maybe that's why people are out here dying like crazy. I don't know. It's something that I think about. Anyhow, I wanted to just drop this video, say what up to y'all, and just put that in your brain. And from now on, try to acknowledge whether you're speaking life or you're speaking death. Whether you're bringing poison or whether you're bringing fruit. Because whatever you deliver, you eating it as well. So if you're delivering poison, you soaking it up too. But if you're bringing forth fruit, then hey, that's a different story. Look where poison comes from and look where fruit comes from. Poison comes from spiders, snakes. Fruit always comes from trees. But some flowers are poisonous too. And that's crazy. Anyhow, I'm out of here. Y'all be blessed. Peace.